Hi everyone, welcome back to Keto with Lee. Now today's recipe, we are going to be making a one-pan dish. Cheesy chicken and broccoli bake. So good. You're going to love it, the kids are going to love it, and it's going to be amazing. So for those of you who are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe for weekly recipes that are low carb and ketogenic friendly. You can also visit my website at www.ketowithlee.us for the written recipe and the macros. Now let's get to it. Alright guys, so to start, we're going to go ahead and boil our broccoli. We're going to need a large pot. Now you can use water. I prefer to use chicken stock. So that's what I'm using. So I'm going to pour this in. So I'm going to use one container of this. You don't have to do this, as I mentioned. I'm just doing it because I prefer it. I think it gives flavor to the broccoli. Alright, so I'm going to start putting my broccoli in there. Should bring it to a boil, but I'm just trying to give you a quick tips here. I'm definitely going to bring it to a boil. We already preheated. We put our oven to preheat. I'm going to put this on high. Put the rest of our broccoli. Remember, you can find the written recipe on my website, www.ketowithlee.us. Now the rest of this I'm going to fill with water. Alright, so I'm going to fill the rest of it with water. Boil until it's fork tender, and in the meantime, our oven is already preheated to 400 degrees and we're going to work on the chicken. So let's get to it. Season the chicken with salt and pepper to your taste. And I wouldn't use too much salt, only because we're going to be using that cheddar cheese and some Parmesan cheese and some salted butter or unsalted, whatever your preference. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this and some pepper, not too much. Now if you choose to use the white pepper as my instructions are written, you can. I just grabbed the first thing I saw. Alright, so now that's seasoned, and we're going to go ahead and grab a pan, and I'll be right back to get that cooked. So in this pan, what I'm heating up is bacon fat. It's rendered bacon fat. Feel free to use coconut oil, olive oil even, or butter. Those are very popular in the ketogenic diet, as well as the low carb diet. Myself, I prefer to use the bacon fat to get our fat in, as well as flavor for the chicken. So we're gonna let that heat up, and then we'll be right back with the chicken. Let me give you a close-up of this. You see how that spoon is bubbling? That's how I judge how my oil is heated. That's how I know how my oil, can't talk today. That's how I know that my oil is heated up. Now we are ready for the chicken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide the chicken right in. You're gonna hear a sizzle. We're gonna cook the chicken until it is brown. So we'll be right back to show you what that looks like. So we got our chicken cooking. Now we're gonna go and check our broccoli. Let me grab something here. These are from the bottom. They are fork tender. So we are gonna drain this, and we're gonna put them in our baking dish. So I'll do that, and I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Now you can see, guys and gals, now you can see what I meant, like I wanted our chicken browned. This is what I mean. Go ahead and focus. Nice and brown. So what I've done is I've separated the broccoli into two containers like this, because They're just big chunks of florets. So I'm gonna just separate the chicken now, and then we're gonna start working on our cheese sauce. So we'll be back. So now we're down to almost the final step. This is what we cooked the broccoli in. I just rinsed it out. And I'm gonna add our butter. And we're gonna melt the butter in here. Now, I know I said it's a one pan dinner. Now, what I meant by that is it's gonna be in one pan, right? But I use different pans to cook things different ways. I'm not a chef. This is just how I find it easier for me. But if you absolutely know of an easier way to make all of this into one pan, leave it in the comments below. You'll help me and others that are watching this video as well. So, as you can see, the butter is starting to melt. Into this, we are going to add our heavy cream. Ah! Oh my God, I made a huge mess. All right, so I'm gonna shut the camera off now and clean up my mess. I'll be right back. I'll do what I just did. But anyways, I'm gonna put this on medium heat and let these guys get acclimated right here. The butter's almost completely melted. You see that? See that? So it's almost completely melted. Once it's completely melted, what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do is add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so let's get to it. Here I have pink Himalayan salt. If you watch my videos, you know this is my favorite. You can use kosher salt or any other salt of your preference. In here I have black pepper. In my written recipe, I also put that you can use the white pepper. So it's all in what you choose to use. Cayenne pepper is in here. Now you don't have to use this. Sorry, you don't have to use this. You can just not use it. It's just an option. But we like a little bit of heat with our food. And here I have garlic powder or granulated powder. I'm sorry, granulated garlic. It's whatever you choose to use. Whatever's your favorite, you know? Or if you don't like those spices, use something else. If you prefer to use the minced garlic, you can do that. I like how this contributes to an even flavor throughout. So now, I'm going to start adding some cheeses. Here we have our extra sharp cheddar cheese or sharp cheddar cheese, whichever you prefer. And in door number 2, we have Parmesan. This is grated Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna give it a good swirl, stir, whatever you choose to call it. All right, we're gonna let that melt until it's smooth. You're gonna continuously stir this because you don't want it to look scorched. I did that previously, was not fun for the cleanup portion of it, but go ahead and let these things become acclimated, best friends in there. And I'll be back to show you what that looks like. See how smooth this is? And it didn't burn this time. Woo-hoo! It was getting there. All right, so we're gonna take it off the stove and we're gonna pour it into our trays. Now it's time to pour this into our dish. So forgive my reach. I'm gonna pour some, mix it, and then take that off the stove so it doesn't keep scorching. But I wanna try and get an even covering of this stuff, right? So it bakes nice and evenly. All right, so I know that's good. Let's get some more in there. All right. This is part of the assembly. And then I'm gonna go ahead and the rest of it in there. So I did it in halves just so I can try and get it evenly coated. Well, do you have to do it this way? No, you can do it however you want it. Ooh, this is so good. Sorry, on the camera, I'm making a mess. Trying to get all this cheese so that I can mix it really well. Alright. Let's see. Bottom to the top. Start from the bottom over here. Alright, so let's see what else. Just looking for pieces that need to be submerged in cheese sauce. And then we're gonna move on. Once we do this, the final step is gonna be our topping, which in all honesty, you could skip that part if you wanted to and just stick this bad boy in the oven. But I like the top to be like a golden brown, a little on the not burnt, but crispy on the top. So in there and flat. There we go. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. This is gonna be wonderful. It smells really good already. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the cheese sauce. I'm sorry, cheese topping. I'll be right back. For the final step, which is the topping, I'm gonna go ahead and melt a tablespoon of butter. And in here I have cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese. To this I'm gonna add parsley, and I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Okay everybody, so I was talking to myself. What I was saying was I added in here the Parmesan cheese, the cheddar cheese, the parsley, and the 1 tablespoon of melted butter, and I got a glove on because I'm gonna sprinkle, okay? I'm gonna sprinkle over the top. This is gonna help give that crust top that you get, you know, that golden brown, without burning what's inside. It's gonna be so good. Try to get every inch. Spread it out. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this. Ooh, smells so good. And the kids are already asking, what are you doing, Mom? All right, flatten it out some. And now we're off to the oven, guys. Now that is a 1-pan dinner. And if you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments. Something that'll help myself or someone else who's making this dish tonight. Let me know in the comments section, what are you making for dinner? I love to hear. I always like to try different things as well. So I'm gonna put this in the oven and I'm gonna plate it and show you what it looks like. It's like straight out of the oven. See how crispy it looks? That's what I'm talking about.